Oh, hello. I don't think... Oh. Okay, we're audible. Okay. Things seems about fine, I think. Oh yeah, I mean... So... Well, while I was waiting for you, actually, I was speaking about, like, a copy pasta, so I'm just gonna stop that real quick. Alright, we're way far into the tournament. We're in losers round 4, losers semis, I think. Yeah, seems about right. We got Super Arbist versus Neptunite. Seems like we're starting. This is TAWS U, the 121. I'll be your commentator for today. Okay, got Super Robust on a 5-2-4 stack, a bit inverted. In the meantime, Neptunite doesn't really have a good of a stack, I should say, very early on. That's a quick round for Super Robust. First point going to him. Neptunite might need to warm up a bit more. A bit of a long wait before this, but he has to lock in. Gets to a counter for this round. Super Robust on an LST. Might break soon. There we go. Surges have been sent. Both players have their cheese in their boards. Although Neptunite, a few too many mistakes, they will cost him another round. Super Robust starting with a very early lead in this first to 7. I wonder how these players stack, actually. I mean, on the surface, they look like they were going for like a PC for a moment. And then, I mean, as time goes on, it just descends into a surge. Like, speaking of which, alright, Neptunite counts to 4, sends it early on defensively. Does have a lot of clean to work with, but the SP's misdrop is going to slow him down a bit. Will be able to dig himself out of this eventually. There we go. Super Obvious, well, didn't really find the right time to punish that mistake. Trying to continue at 2 pieces per second. The J-piece misdrop for Super Arbist. Neptunite will be able to have some breathing room. Then again, both players misdropping. Super Arbist comes out on top of that. It's a 3-1, 2-point lead for Super Arbist. Neptunite here, off to a strong start, 3 pieces per second. Opener phase, hello. Counts to 9. Super Arbist tries their best to pressure Neptunite, which forces them to break. Lots of clean material, just has to survive this. It's mostly an even board state. Although Neptunite has a slight edge as they are able to get back on the surge, maintaining a very aggressive playstyle. Although the Z-piece not where it's meant to be, but nice recovery, quite elegant. Then again, all spins follow suit. Super Arbist with a very massive spike here. Neptunite isn't ready for that. Pulling ahead. Oops, hang on, let me just get back into the room. Oops. Exhale. Okay. Oh no. Very good down stack, super robust. A bit of cheese on their board. Has to get out of this quite soon. Keeps covering up that well, but gets the court eventually. Finds a very nice 6 combo for Neptunite, but most of it was clean. 2-point PPS here. But dropping a bit in terms of efficiency. Neptunite doesn't find the angle. Super just has to play this slowly, gets a TSS, almost topping out, cancelling the damage crucially. Neptunite on an 8th surge. Super Orbis on a clear deficit of surge. Just has to stack cleanly in order to survive this, but here comes the 16 spike, and Super Orbis will top out. Neptunite not going down without a fight. We're still not out of the woods yet because it's still a very good lead here for Super Orbis. They can afford to play more greedy because they have a 2-point lead here. Like, oh no, did I just curse them? Seems like a 4 to 5 stack for Neptunite. Playing absolutely clean here, just as clean as the garbage being sent to Orbis. 4 to 3 might tie the series up if this keeps going. Yeah. Moving forward. In the next round, we are seeing a bit of some difficulties going on in Neptunite's board. Nothing to see here, just the usual. I mean, it happens to everyone. In the opener phase. Neptunite with a very strong opener phase. Hello? Trying to keep up with August. He will need those points. Slightly awkward, but gets the job done. Counter 4 on the left. Neptunite finds a decent amount of a spike here in order to respond to that surge. Here comes the 11 spike. Just playing almost, okay, 1:30 APM here. This is a great call. Alright, 6-3 stacking, super robust. Got it looked 40 offensive. Neptunite and a very good board state, 23 spike and 10 after that. 150 APM. Match point. Super Rob is in a bit of trouble here. If he doesn't find another round, it will be over for him. Neptunite. That garbage well is criminal! What is that? Counter 8-2! Just almost it's 1 APP. Your winner will be Neptunite and they'll advance to The losers finals, I think. Yes. GG. Well played to both players. Well, actually, in the beginning, Neptunite didn't really had a good start, but later on, after Orbis got like a very good lead in terms of match points, they were able to capitalize on Super Orbis' mistakes there. Oh, hello! It's me on screen. Hi guys. This is TAWS here. So, let me update this. Neptunite, Osrite, oh, okay. Super Orbis, well, unfortunately gets eliminated in the losers semis. So Neptunite will move on to losers finals against... I'm not sure if the names are one-to-one in the Tetra usernames, but Snow the Pillow. Snowlo. Oh, it is Snowlo. Pretty identical stats here. Just looking at these players' stats. Oh, there we go. There's a bracket. We got VTK waiting in the grand finals. Neptunite. Well, after losing against VTK in winners semis, they might be... It might be a difficult match here, because just if Neptunite wins against Snowlo, they'll have their rematch against VTK. As we wait for the players to decide for warm-ups, place your predictions. Oh, there were a lot of players here. Interesting. Yeah, you're waiting. How much channel points do I have? Let me see. Should I redeem an ad? No, never mind. That's too mean. Okay, Snowlo wants to warm up. We're going in to warm up for losers finals. This is a bit of a sample taste. What's to come? Later. Sonolo on an early surge, but that board state isn't good either. Lots of cheese there. Neptunite. Arguably better, as Snowlo will try to dig themselves out of this. Lots of clean material over to Snowlo's side. Lots of, well, gonna be a spike coming in. 12 spike. Neptunite has to tank a bit of it, but isn't able to dig themselves out of that. Anyway, Snowlo takes the warm-up match. Looking pretty warmed up here. Snow has been waiting too. So, Neptunite just playing games back to back. It's quite taxing. Alright, ready up. Place your predictions, who will win and who will lose. It's time for TAWS U. The losers finals. Whoever wins this will come back to the upper bracket and battle against VTK. Standard C-spin for Snowlow. Neptunite, a bit of an impromptu stack. Early lead advantage goes over to the other side. Counts to 8. Neptunite on repair duty. Has to find something here, unless... Oh, never mind. Snowlow takes the first point. Okay, going back in here. Neptunite, slight misadjustment on that ice spin. But gets a very nice spike here. Opener win. 17 seconds on the clock. Tying this up. Oh, that was not an all spin, Neptunite. Snowloaders all spinning their way into an advantage, but Neptunite will soon follow with a surge of their own. 6 to 11, a 5 surge difference between these two players. Snowlow in a bit of an awkward ball state, will break soon. Surge battle, Snowlow receives a lot of clean on the 8th column, I think. Do I know how to count? No, that's the 9th column. Okay, I mean, very nice spike there for Snowlow. Neptunite sending it back here. But I'm afraid those garbage will be quite of a nuisance here. Snowlow a bit cheesed up real quick. Finds a triple, that's not a quad. Snowlow topping out, very good play there for Neptunite. Has able to find that dig there. Okay. Seems to be interesting. Oh, he's setting up for a J-spin triple. Quite flashy, but doesn't find any sort of advantage right now. Is able to count to 4. Sends off the surge. Snowlow like just burns a triple there and lives. Here comes the spike. TSD, just in time for Snowlow. Surviving. Great survival. Neptunite trying to keep up the aggression here. Counts to 4. Snowlow a bit cheesed up, but is able to find another TSD, but isn't able to survive after that one. Neptunite 3 to 1. 2-point lead here. So far, Neptunite has been able to find themselves out of certain tough spots. Snowlow, I mean, I think it needs some work here. I mean, they are very good at the surge department too. They're able to match Neptunite in terms of like maintaining surge. However, it seems like digging is a bit of a work in progress there. 32, Snowlow. Not losing just yet. We're approaching 3 PPS now. Leap slides are quite good actually. Nice donation. Surge used up his Snowlow actually in a bad position. The eyepiece on the right side. That's quite a fatal misdrop. Neptunite taking that free round there. Neptunite almost going 4 pieces per cent, but decides to wait. Snowlow on a surge. Both players on a surge. Neptunite going for the counterpunch. But here comes the 21 spike. There's no T-piece there, but gets the quad in time. Snowlow isn't able to get a kill. Very good play there for Neptunite. And we're off to almost uneven board state, but I can't say the same for Snowlow. As Neptunite finds a very good sequence there. However, Snowlow has the response. Going back and forth with each other. Neptunite seems to have a very difficult board state to navigate through. Snowlow setting up some T-spins, however, just has to opt to a surge through some all-spins. Counts to 8th. I mean, counts to 8th. And never mind, I guess. There we go. Surge deleted for Neptunite. Snowlow sustains 14 deficit. Neptunite gets the quad. The T-piece, the T spin 0 actually. Neptunite still alive. Snowlow. Very comfortable, very stable. Counts to 8th. Just trying to find something here. Snowlow tries to go for the attack, but doesn't yield much results just yet. Neptunite is kind of striding. Has a surge, sends it right back. Lots of clean being sent over. Neptunite, very good defense so far, but keeps covering up that well. Has to get down into stable board states. Snowlow moving forward. TST on a back-to-back as well. Neptunite, it's looking a bit difficult to survive this. Pushed up all the way to the top, but is able to dig themselves out of that one. Snowlow has been initiating most of these attacks, but Neptunite is able to find the response to most of them, actually. Okay, Snowlow, that's, oh, okay. Alright, we're surviving. Opens up the well, importantly. Neptunite is quite cheesed up here, but they might be in trouble. So they'll have to be a bit more greedy in terms of how they're playing. We're at the late game, actually. 3 minutes on the clock, there goes margin time. It's a bit of an amplified damage for that one. I'm not sure about the JP's placement. Neptunite finally topping out after a long round. Snowlow wins against Neptunite. 4-3. Commentator can't recook. Oh god, guys, please, it's my first day. Snowlow, hello? Okay, Surge used up real quick. There goes the lifeline. 6-3 stacking. Neptunite trying to find an advantage. Is able to convert this very nicely. Surge 15 spike. Snowlow in the middle of the very... Oh! The hell was that? Okay. Okay, I see what happened. We'll see what happened. So a few misdrops from Snowlow resulted into like a very tragic... Well, I guess they hesitated for quite too long. And we have Snowlow here. He's able to survive that, using that clean very efficiently. I mean, as efficient as they can. Okay, Neptunite. They're at the bottom. They're at the bottom of their board, so I think they might be okay. And never mind. They're dead. I just cursed them. Okay. Snowlow keeping up the pace here against Neptunite. And we're moving on. It can go either side right now. Neptunite I saw a TST there, but they're gonna do an all spin instead. Actually, Snowlow. Yeah, that was not good. Topping out. No, actually, Snow is up against the wall. Neptunite is in match point. 6-4. Just one more win. And Snow might be eliminated. It's an awkward start here. Early advantage here for Neptunite. Although Snowlow will recover very nicely. Lots of attack here going over, but covering up the well and the misdrop on the side too. Still alive though. It's not over just yet. Neptunite is not able to find the response. The OPs at the end renders him helpless. Snowlow still not in the tiebreaker. It can end at any time now. Neptunite has just had to lock in. Finds a mech heart shape-ish for Neptunite. Snowlow first to break. Neptunite tanks a bit of damage before sending that back. Although Neptunite isn't really in a good ball state, and there we go, it's a tiebreaker. 6-6. The pressure might be getting to Neptunite actually. Snowlow. It's his time. But that OP isn't really good. Fumbling with the DPs, gets the full surge. Was able to put up defense. Neptunite keeping this surge in check. However, Snow just finds the down stack. Snowlow. A bit of a tedious situation, but they'll be able to get through this. Neptunite underestimating on how much damage is gonna be sent here. Snowlow has the TSD, just needs to find a bit more damage than this. So Neptunite almost is gonna be topping out now. It was a messy round, it was a messy match between these two players, but Snowlow is just better in terms of downstacking. Neptunite did have some moments where he was playing like very fast. However, I think they were fatigued throughout the mid game, so I think it's understandable. Anyway, well played. Stats aren't everything, guys. I swear. I think they played well. However, it isn't Neptunite's day right now. As we're moving on to, if I'm saying this correctly, the grand finals. First to 11, of course. So, taking a look at the bracket on how this tournament has shaped after a few hours. Good night, Ekazurl, and don't know how to pronounce that. We'll be waiting for the warm-up confirmation here later on. Okay. So quite scary stats there. I mean, quite identical. Very similar. Snowlow just has a slightly higher numbers against VTK. I wonder if they're in the same country. They are the Canadians. It's gonna be an interesting match here. Snolo did show some, how should I say this? Showed a slightly degraded performance, but they were able to come out on top of that from the losers finals. So I think they need a warm-up event. Okay, the host has left. Just be waiting, so we'll be waiting. Just changing the background real quick. Okay, guys. Have you predicted this? Or did we have a prediction? I don't think we had a prediction, don't we? Welcome back, Banana. Your transfer ownership. There we go. Oh, it's a 50-50 prediction. Well, actually, VTK predicted Snolo, so... That's, wow, okay. I think it was expected. Although, it was a very, very close matchup there. Like the previous match. Okay. Gonna be waiting. Warm-ups, maybe? TAWS 121. If you're new to the stream, please drop a follow, or maybe if you're tired of ads, please give us Prime. Yep. All clear for Snolo. Looking very flashy. That's, well, Garbo certified, of course. VTK wins the warm-up match. 11 seconds on the clock. Good luck, have fun. VTK looking very sharp. Snolo has to put something even better if he wants to win this tournament. The stats could go either way, because, well, stats aren't everything. What matters more is how you perform in this tournament. Okay, getting ready now for the grand finals of TAWS U121. Getting ready. Countdown. Of course, please take note, it's first to 11 since it's the grand finals. Ready for some TAWS U Grand Finals! VTK versus Snolo. Laser predictions. Gamble away. In-game, actually. For legal reasons. Snolo, has a good amount of garbage in their queue. I don't think that the AFK opener. Yeah, Snolo's running late on that one. First round goes to VTK. Snolo apparently confused on when did they start. A little conversation here. So, this is some grand finals here. Banana, I think you need to, it might be restarting. Just waiting for the confirmation. Yeah, I aborted it. Okay. A bit of confusion there. But, cut the tape, cut the tape. We're running this back. We're running it back. Okay, good luck, have fun. Both players are ready. It's time for the actual grand finals of TAWS U121. VTK versus Nolo. Attempt 2, actually. Yeah, apologies for the slight difficulties, but you know. A massive spike there! Snowlo, hello! 0.9 APP. Very strong start. This time, the first point goes over to Snowlo. C-spin. VTK. Up in the lead. Both players actually up and surged. Snowlo is first to break. VTK just has to maintain this. 18 spike and they are out of there. Is that STPC? No, I think it is. Snowlo, finding the right pieces. VTK, the eye piece isn't there! That wasn't a burn, that was a misdrop. Snowlo, maintaining the lead. 2-1 against VTK. Moving to the next round, we have VTK on the LST. Although a few misdrops gonna be rendering himself awkward. Opener phase win. T-spins will fly on about. Okay, I'm not sure about that one. Oh, okay, both players having their own moments right now. Gonna have to dig themselves out of this one. Snowlo doesn't find a way out of there. Nice punishment there by BTK. Both players are misdropping that round, but it seems like Snowlo proved to be more fatal. That was a single there. Okay, running it back now. That's quite a mountain of an L piece. Okay, VTK striding, counts to 4. Snowlo is just waiting for that T piece to fall. VTK seemingly trying to rush this now and does pay off. Tying up the series. It's got slightly scary there. But, oh, funky, funky. Snowlo with some self-made cheese right now. Adds, yeah, nothing to see there. Actually, VTK taking this lead now in match points, 4-3. We're still way far back into this match being over, so Snowlo, good spike. Both players cheesed out right now. Counts to 9 is the major difference. However, it just gets deleted by Snowlo. Snowlo does have the advantage, surprisingly, although VTK just has to open up this 6th column to access that clean garbage, and he will be able to do so. Snowlo using that surge defensively. So best use case scenario there. VTK on a very good board state. Snowlo just has to get themselves out of there, and they will be in a more safer position to take more plays. So looks to be slowing down, actually. He did have an angle, but he wasn't ready. He didn't have the up stack there. And now Snowlow is going down. Has a very good well right now. 20 spike and VTK tops out. 4-4. It's a close matchup. All clear. Another PC. Wait. Snowlow, you can't be doing this. Prove them wrong. Are PCs obsolete? Or is the curse still ongoing? Okay, VTK up right in the top of this upper half. Very greedy right now. Still lives on though. Snowlow just responds to it. Very good. It's a misdrop. Okay, that's not a... It's not looking good here. Pardon me, I was quiet. Decoding. Oh, that's survival! Oh shit. Am I allowed to swear? Never mind. They're actually very close there. Oh boy. That's quite huge, but Snow gets the down stack. VTK on to 6-3. Trying their best to maintain the pressure. However, a piece too late. Snowlow getting the lead back. You know, as much as VTK has like very good spikes here and there, they seem to be struggling in terms of mid game. It's an all clear for Snowlow. Double all clear for Snowlow. VTK in a very good position right now to deliver a spike, just has to continue the surge. Back-to-back 11 right now. Sends off the spike 18, but Snowlow has the survival. 20 spike being sent over back to VTK, and he wasn't ready for that. It's 5-8. 3-point lead for Snowlow, and 3 more to take a bracket reset. VTK in response, DT cannon in this next round. Snowlow just has to be careful with this. Both players very volatile in terms of spike damage. Okay, Snowlow has a very good spike actually. 24 lines being sent over. That's almost a sentence. Both players opting for the PC. Snowlow just sent like a little bit of garbage over to VTK. Snowlow trying to do an ice spin. Wait. That might spell the end of them. However, VTK... not pulling the trigger just yet. The Z piece. The miss drop might be fatal, and it just gives up that round. 6-9. Snolo. Very close to a bracket reset. VTK has to find something here if he doesn't want that to happen. Here comes a 13th spike. Finding some nice TSDs, but doesn't have the advantage right now. Is quite high up on this board, so might have to dig themselves right about now. And the IP's very late there. Snolo is at match point. So if he wins this, it's a reset. Grand Finals Part 2. Okay, the awkward placement there, but gonna recover very nicely. VTK might top out actually. In a very rough position, tries to do a T-spin that might spell his end, and there we go. Snolo. Bracket resets and TAWS U. That was a... well, it was a close matchup there. Around like 6... I mean 6-3. I'm not saying the number, but anyway. Snow just... VTK might have to go back on the drawing board for how he will play in the next set. There we go. There's the results. So bracket reset. We're gonna be gonna be having a short intermission because one of our players needs to wait. I predicted Snolo. Let's go. I got 50 T-Bucks. What the fuck is a T-Buck? Hello? What is a T? Oh yeah. Oh. TAWS box. Okay. I think. Yeah, yes, I think that's a TAWS book. Shouldn't take long. Like maybe a few seconds. Oh, we do have a raffle. Maybe later. Cucumber. Okay, let's do a quick Google on how to spell cucumber. It is correct, it is cucumber. A cucumber is a widely cultivated creeping vine plant, Cucumis sativus, belonging to the gourd family. Botanically, it is classified as a fruit because it develops from a flower and contains seeds, but is consumed globally as a culinary vegetable. Nutritions and health. Wait, what am I talking about? Hello guys. I'm quite. Right, T-Box is TAWS box? I don't know. I'm not. I'm new around here, so I don't know everything. If someone would gladly fill me up on the missing information in my head, so I'll gladly appreciate it. Okay, we should be ready. Just to update you guys. Bracket reset. Sonolo won against VTK, so here comes part 2. I remember T-Bucks being, like, mentioned somewhere else that I cannot mention, but... but it is something. You guys kind of, fed delusions to Google Gemini. You guys, really are on something. Wait, the last time I checked, it was like a YouTube video. Okay, ready up now. VTK finishing up this cucumber. Very delicious. I should be saying that, actually. It should be fine. Should be fine. Well, get ready to get DMCA'd, actually, in like 5 minutes, if we were to say that. Okay, ready. TAWS U Grand Finals Bracket Reset. VTK versus Nolo. Good luck, have fun. Up in here with our standard openers, VTK, slightly awkward position. Nice recovery. Maintaining a good surge lead. Snolo struggling with the ice spin there. There goes the first round for VTK. Alright. Snolo. STSD there for VTK. Snolo has to find something right now. The J-piece isn't helping them. That wasn't a good play. Quite unfortunate, but they'll bring themselves back in here eventually. Looks to be an LST, but slight, minor difficulties. Here comes a 35 spike for Snolo. Delivering the counterpunch. All clear for VTK. Quite ballsy. That's a single there, that's not a TSD. Continuing this. Short surges, counts to 4. Delivering quite a lot of cheese over the Snolo side, but yeah, it's a bit too much garbage for them. Three to 1 VTK, up in 2 points. All clear again in this round. Tries to find another one, but won't be able to do so. Snolo in a mech hot-ish stack. Counts to 7, most of it was deleted. VTK up with a surge of their own. Counts to 8th. Snolo following suit. Here comes the 14 spike, surge battle. Snolo responds to that very nicely and takes the round. I don't know. Yeah. Goes up in a counter 4. It's not a good position, and they are able to tie the series up. VTK just isn't upstacking quite well in the last 2 rounds. Lock in. Okay, seems to be going good so far for VTK. Might take a round. There we go. It was an awkward stack for Snolo, actually. I don't know what they were doing there. Yeah, has to waste T for the Z piece in the wrong position. Both players counting. You're counting, guys. We're counting. Up in 10 surge. Nice timing there. BTK caught off guard. Keeping the series tied up. Interesting. What the heck? What the hell is happening there? Is this season 2? Oh god. I actually have to watch this now. Oh no. The JP's. Oh, gets the quad in time. Nice survival. VTK doesn't get the kill just yet. This has the pressure right now. Just anything. Snolo gets out of that. We're in an even position. Snolo just has more material. If they're able to find a very good surge here, that it might just do it actually. Finds a very nice break. VTK, despite having a surge, Snolo delivers the counter spike 4-5. All clear. Alright. Snolo might be cursed. And yet they are. That's an all clear cost. All clear. That visual effect doesn't do it justice. PCs for both players. Okay, J piece, J spin, J misdrop, T piece misdrop, Snolo, what are we doing? Well, BTK played well against that. Okay, PC. BTK might actually win this. I'm just maybe. We're not ruling out the possibility of an all-clear win, but it seems like this is a curse. Maybe. Gets the eye spin. Getting that well there. So a bit of a scary position there for VTK, but... Okay. Okay. It's an all-clear win. Who the hell called me? Anyway. Alright. Back to back. 8th? Actually, Snolo is just striding! Stride win, there you... Delicious. Okay. LST battle. BTK on the receiving end of a lot of garbage. Has to dig themselves out of this one. Gets a triple. Snolo trying to pressure. Just a few lines more. Delivers off the spike. 18! And that will seal it. 7-7. Snolo? Okay. Impromptu stacker. VTK on a 6-3. Both players on the surge yet again. This VTK breaks first, although Snolo with a sustain. Delivering massive damage here. However, doesn't get the kill. Might be receiving the counter spike soon. Sonello gets some very nice TSDs right up there on the top. Just tries to burn there and gets the survival. Nice micro adjustment there. VTK, the T spin single. What was that? Having a very close match of VTK on the all clear again. Will he be able to get an all clear win again? Is the all clears in VTK's favor? I guess we'll find out. Snolo has to find a surge here if he wants to be able to get the kill. Breaks surge. VTK looking lethal. Recovering very nicely. Here comes an 11 line spike here from VTK. Snolo isn't ready for that. Tying the series is such a close one. After the bracket reset done by Snolo, VTK looks to lock it in here. Nice TSD. Snolo not in a position to deliver any good spike. VTK takes the lead 9-8. Snolo faltering quite a little bit. Has to lock it in. All clear, almost topping out Snolo. That's a scary position to be in. VTK trying to deliver the needed damage here to take a round win, but Snolo just has the response there. Snolo doesn't get the TSD there. Wasn't filled up on the right side. VTK survives for now, but on the surge, Snolo, the SP's misdrop for VTK might prove to be fatal. However, they get the down stack, counts to 9. Snolo desperately trying to make sure of this. VTK finally tops out. Both players aren't going down just yet. SDPC all clear. Both players playing at their best. Maybe. VTK. Awkward surge break. Uses it defensively. Snolo's a little bit cheesed up on the bottom. VTK at the bottom of his board just has to deliver a bit more lines to take the match point. However, Snolo is playing this quite well. Okay, has the garbage access. VTK is right there up the top, but gets the down stack. Snolo just needs to get here down real quick. And oh no. VTK just says no there. Match tournament point here for VTK. It's now or never, Snolo. Okay. We might get a OP almost Snolo delivers it to a TAWS breaker. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, last round. Winner takes it all. Snolo looking very good right now. VTK, despite waiting in the upper bracket, despite having an advantage, he might lose this one. However, Snolo, with some fatal misdrops, isn't able to get the turn. What the hell just happened there? VTK will be your TAWS U 121 winner. What a stressful matchup. Well played there for Snolo. However, right up until the very end, the SP's misdrop costed him this tournament. VTK, with an unfair advantage of a cucumber, will take TAWS U121. GG. Well played. Here, there goes the... there's the bracket on how it happened. Thank you guys for tuning in. VTK, your TAWS U winner. And our runner-up, Snolo. And then Netch Knight. Wrapping up, Rio. Wrapping up. Do we have a script? Yeah, okay. Raffle time! Pull up the wheel. Because it's time. We have a lot of players. We have a lot of names here. We have Snowdog Pillow, VTK, also right. Stacy, Keeper Celts, Super Arbus, Stacker, Penguin. Alright. Oh yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in, but before that, we are going to have a raffle real quick. Just let me know if the wheel is ready. There we go. A raffle for U112. That's definitely our name here. Okay. Stay tuned if you want to see who wins, because they're doing a raffle. No, guys. No, it's TAWS 121U. Okay, we're spinning the wheel. Congratulations, Luna, for winning the raffle. You'll get your prize. Okay. Another spin. Oh god, that person. You've seen the profile picture before. Congratulations, I Love Cupid, for being picked for the raffle for Asia 66. Congratulations. Is that all the raffles? Or is there more? Okay, seems to be done with everything. Raid target? I do see star right now. Oh, actually, we have flower. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Miss Quote. I am glad to be your commentator for today. We're wrapping up now. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're choosing a raid target for today, so if you'd like to join us, consider staying here to be a part of the raid. Okay, TAWS raid. Get your T-boxed if you want to raid. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Oh, we'll see you there at the raid, actually.